Good morning and welcome. I'm Bhavika from Knowledge Transmission Center. Today, let's talk about our product Magnesium Effervescent. Let's understand what Magnesium Effervescent is all about. This is one session that you have to stick till the end because you will understand the potential, the importance of taking magnesium on daily basis. Magnesium is something that we tend to ignore. It's a mineral and we tend to ignore on consuming it on a daily basis. Let's understand its functions, its benefits, and what deficiency magnesium will cause, and let's look at our Magnesium Effervescent. This product will help you solve all your problems. So before starting with the session, I'll keep reminding you again and again, this session is registered under copyright. So while sharing it, while uploading it in your page, make sure that you do it in its original form. We are taking a lot of effort in making this presentation to teach you on the products, on different types of products. So it's a formal presentation, so you don't have to do any change. You can just share it with everyone, upload it on your page, and then you can let other people also know about this page. So today, like I told you, we are going to talk about our product Magnesium Effervescent. So what is magnesium? Every organ in our body requires magnesium to for energy purpose, whether it is heart, muscle, kidney, whatever it is, whatever organs it is, it requires energy. So magnesium acts like a fuel. So we have petrol and diesel, to take care of our car running. It's the same. Magnesium acts as a fuel for our organs and our muscles to work efficiently. So what is this magnesium? We have heard about magnesium lot of times. We have studied it in our science classes, but is it just a salt? Is it just a mineral? How exactly magnesium will help us? We'll look at it in this session. So magnesium is an abundant mineral found in our body. So it is one of the important mineral that is required in our body for daily process or daily functions that takes place in our body. It is also known as body's master antioxidant. It has so much of potential in them because every cells in our body requires magnesium to work efficiently. So magnesium acts as an antioxidant. It makes sure to get rid of those free radicals and plays a role of an antioxidant. It is naturally present in every food and any other food product. So whether it is plant food or animal food, magnesium is found in them. Also let's see our breakfast cereals or these some processed food, everything as mineral. Even some mineral water also contains magnesium. Also it is the you find magnesium in dietary supplement form, like I told you, like our Magnesium Effervescent. Why do we need magnesium in a dietary supplement form? We will look at it in the next session. It's in our next slides. People are usually very skeptical about taking a dietary supplement, but even I was at in that point in some time when I was also wondering, is taking dietary supplement a very good choice to do? But considering the fact that our lifestyle is also changed, we eat a lot of processed food, lot of fast foods, and we are not able to take care of our dietary intake. On daily basis we do not eat good amount of well balanced food. So but our body requires those nutrients, and how do we get those nutrients? It has to be through dietary supplements, because dietary supplements are a boost energy for us, because otherwise we will be lacking those nutrients and the symptoms and deficiencies can be very dangerous. So let's understand function of magnesium. We know what magnesium is, it's a mineral. So we'll understand what function does this mineral, does this magnesium do in our body. It regulates metabolism of fats, carbohydrates and protein. The fats, carbohydrates and protein that we take on daily basis, it helps to regulate it, helps to break down these macronutrients and supply to entire body in the form of energy. It gives strength to our bones and teeth. Not just calcium, but magnesium also plays an important role in keeping our bones and teeth stronger. Activates enzyme. Magnesium by itself is a cofactor enzyme. Enzymes are required in our body for a daily metabolic processes that takes place in our body. I said, metabolism of fat, carbohydrates and proteins. So for example, breakdown of glucose. For glucose to break down in our body, enzymes are required, and sometimes we need cofactors so that the rate of reaction is also sustainable. They do not take place in a haphazardous way, and then to keep the reaction level in control, enzyme cofactor is required, is very necessary. So magnesium acts as a enzyme cofactor. So whatever processes that takes place in our body, like breakdown of glucose for example, it makes sure it takes place in a given reaction time. It makes sure it takes place in a very subtle way. It does not make sure that it goes takes place in a very multiply way, or increases or decreases. It has to be taken place in a normal standard level. So magnesium helps in this process to occur very efficiently. It also acts as a muscle relaxation and also for nerve transmission, for like our heart. So it has to work very efficiently, it has to contract and it has to relax. Magnesium again plays an important role, and for nerve transmission. So for the signals to get transmitted to our brain and then the response to be taken place, magnesium is again very much required in our body. It seems like these are very small things, but then if there is a deficiency of magnesium and if this functions doesn't perform very efficiently, then the problems that you will be facing is are very dangerous, and it can also lead to death. So again, magnesium also plays an important role in body's metabolic processes, like I told you, metabolism of fat, carbohydrate, protein, cholesterol breakdown, formation of DNA, formation of RNA, for building up of antioxidant, production of protein, production of antioxidant. Magnesium is very much required. It keeps our immune system working very efficiently. It serves to stabilize the structure of ATP. So ATP is a fuel that our cells require to function efficiently. If there is no energy in our body, definitely our bodies, our cells will not be very active. They will not be able to perform very well. So ATP acts like a fuel for every cells in our body, and then that's how the cells can do its normal function. So magnesium is found as a fuel in the form of ATP. So magnesium is required so that ATP can do its work very efficiently, and the cells can perform very well and in a better form. Magnesium is also involved in glucose and lipid metabolism, which I have already explained to you in the previous slide. It serves as a coenzyme. Like I told you, magnesium serves as a cofactor or a coenzyme, so that the rate of reaction that takes place in our body is well controlled. During activities, muscles rely on magnesium. I have already given you an example of heart, how our heart muscles contract and they relax. For that, magnesium is very much required. It becomes very important to keep our heart healthy, for which reason magnesium is very much required in our body. It seems, like I told you in a previous slide, seems very simple right now. Suppose, let's say we have magnesium deficiency. Let's say there is this man who is a very healthy person. He exercises regularly, he eats good amount of well balanced food, but is lacking in magnesium. He has magnesium deficiency. He is traveling to his workplace and suddenly he gets a cardiac arrest. There is there is a irregular heartbeat, and then the doctor is being taken to the hospital. The doctor declares that he had a cardiac arrest, cardiac arrhythmic, and then is no more. How did that happen? He was a healthy person, he's been eating a good amount of good food, homemade food, and he exercises regularly. He still got a cardiac arrest. Why? Because of magnesium deficiency. It seems like I told you, a very small problem, but it's not. It can also lead you to death. If you go to read a lot of research papers, there are a lot of celebrities who have actually gone through this, and they have lost their life. Even if you go to read research paper, it shows magnesium deficiency can actually cause death in us. It is only because our heart requires magnesium to function efficiently. It has to contract and it has to relax. What if it's just doing one job? What if it's just contracting? How will the blood flow into the heart for it to perform very efficiently? If it lacks in magnesium, then it can also cause a very serious issue. It is actually involved in 300 biochemical reactions that it takes place in our body. According to NIH, magnesium is actually functions in number of biochemical reactions that takes place in our body, like to convert food into energy. Whatever food we are eating, it has to definitely converted into energy. Otherwise our body is going to lack that energy and we wouldn't be able to sustain very our physical ability also decreases. Protein formation, to form amino acids, magnesium is very much required. Neurotransmitters, like I told you, which sends message through your brain and nervous system, magnesium is required for these processes to take place. Also for gene maintenance, helps create and repair DNA and RNA. Muscle movement is part of contraction and relaxation of muscle, which again I have given you an example of our heart muscles. It can also be our kidney and different muscles, that is our muscles in our muscles which we require to do stretching, to pull and push. For all this it has to work very efficiently, for which magnesium is very much required. Not just protein, magnesium also plays an important role. Nervous system regulation. So what is dietary recommended dietary allowances? So if you go to see the table, you get to know approximately you have to take about 300 mg of magnesium. Now the question is, how do we know whether we are magnesium deficient or we have excess of magnesium in our body, or is it in a normal level? We go to a hospital, we get a blood checked, and then we get certain parameters there. It talks about vitamin D deficiency, you get to see other different nutrient parameters, but magnesium serum level you cannot detect it through getting a blood checkup done. It is only through the symptoms and clinical signs you get to know whether you are deficient of magnesium, whether you are having a normal level of magnesium. Even if you are having excess amount of magnesium in your body, the kidney will take care of it. The kidney will make sure to excrete it from your body. What you have to focus on is to take magnesium in in a good amount. Another alternative is that is, you know, to check your magnesium intake. You know, that's one medical recommended, you know, that's what nutritionists or dietitians do. They'll help you take, you know, get your magnesium intake in a day, but nobody has time to, you know, do that on daily basis. So to be on a safer side, let's take a good amount of magnesium on daily basis. In what form? In a form of food. We'll talk about it in the next slides, how, you know, what are these different kinds of food that has good amount of magnesium in them, and we can, you know, understand if by taking certain food, you know, the amount of magnesium that our body requires is good enough to take care of all the processes that takes place in our body. So as one of the, I told you, is magnesium is one of those mineral that is found abundant in our body. So what if, like I told you, what if there is magnesium deficiency? Like I told you, most of us just ignore eating good amount of good well balanced food. We do not eat magnesium rich food. So what are these symptoms that you know, we face on daily basis if we have magnesium deficiency? Irritability, anxiety, lethargy. See, I told you it has n number of functions. It functions with for nerve system regulation. So this again comes under, if you know our nerve system is not functioning in an efficient way, these are the symptoms that, you know, we face. Tiredness, you know, memory problem. That's why even for school going children, we usually you know, suggest them to eat bananas every day, because banana is again a magnesium rich fruit. So before studying, we give them one banana. Before going for an exam, they usually eat banana. Why? Because it helps to increase their memory. Anorexia, you know, people, anorexia is basically an eating disorder where people do not eat a good amount of food. Loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, seizures, muscle weakness, muscle cramps and tremors. So these are conditions that usually take place in our body. One good thing about, you know, people, most of the people call us and tell, you know, they feel you know, too stressed, they feel, you know, they're going under depression. What alternative do we choose for this? We do not, we eat junk food, we go outside, we eat chocolates and, you know, sweets. Why? We feel that it relieves our mood. Magnesium is one nutrient that helps to relax your you know, muscles and nerve system, and to make you feel calm, and to give you that, you know, it boosts your mood and it boosts your energy. If you eat a banana on daily basis, two bananas on daily basis, you can see that change in your body. But of course, where do we have time to eat good amount of food, good fruits and vegetables, because most of the fruits and vegetables are you know, chemically made. So what other option we have? Dietary supplement. These are other symptoms that usually takes place in your body. These are the clinical condition. What is the difference between a symptom and a clinical condition? Symptoms are, you know, that takes place within our body, and, you know, it shows out as a you know, in these different forms like anxiety, irritability. Clinical conditions are those that, you know, even outside symptoms are what you experience. Clinical condition is where you are experiencing it and other person can also notice, like depression, dementia, chronic fatigue syndrome, ADHD, you know, attention deficient. Like I told you, people, if you're, you know, give your children good amount of magnesium on daily basis, so that, you know, they do not have attention problem, or colon, it can be colon cancer, epilepsy, Parkinson disease, sleep disorder, migraine headache, osteoporosis, PMS and chest pain, cardiac arrhythmia. I told you cardiac arrhythmia is one of the common clinical condition that takes place if there is magnesium deficiency. Anybody can, you know, go through cardiac arrhythmia. It's a very serious condition. Heart attack is something that, you know, we see most of the people around us going through. So it is very important. It can also be because of small reason like magnesium deficiency. We always only relate it to stress, we only relate it to drinking a lot of alcohol or eating a lot of fatty food. Yes, those are one of the reasons, but magnesium deficiency can also be another reason, as atherosclerosis and hypertension and type 2 diabetes. So like I told you, it can cause serious health effect, and magnesium in our body has to be replenished or has to be stored by diet. So what are these diet food sources that are rich in magnesium? Banana, spinach, pumpkin seeds, yogurt, almonds, black beans, avocado, figs, dark chocolate squid. If you go to see, say spinach has to be taken 1 cup, black beans half cup, or let's say yogurt 1 cup. What do? We just take 1 bite or 2 bites and we are satisfied. Okay, today I have taken good amount of curd, I have eaten half banana, I think this should be fine for me to get good amount of magnesium. Wrong. It has to be taken in certain amount to get recommended, what I have already shown you in the previous slide. Recommended dietary allowances, basically it has to be around 300 mg, like approximately for all the age group. So just by eating half banana or just by taking 1 cup of yogurt will not help you. It has to be taken in certain amount, in a good amount, so that you meet the recommended dietary allowances. But of course, like I told you, just for this to take place, to get 300 mg of magnesium on daily basis, you really have to put a lot of effort. In what way? Eating well balanced food, not eating outside food, eating on time to time, and making sure that all your fruits, vegetables are completely washed, because there's so much of chemicals in them that you are eating a lot of chemicals and not more of magnesium. So what way? Diet is one of the only way that we could take care of our body, but these days everyone's become so mean that nobody thinks about taking care of other people's health or taking care of their body. Everyone's become very selfish, so they don't care about eating a good amount, well balanced food, because of their work pressure, stress, skipping meals, eating outside food. Nobody is getting good amount of nutrients that their body requires. That is why taking a magnesium supplement is very necessary. There are, like I told you, like how there are bad people, there are also good people who take care, make sure that you do not face such problems. So nutraceutical industries takes care of this problem, and that's why we bring to you Magnesium Effervescent. Why? Because we care for you. We want to make sure that you get good amount of magnesium on daily basis, so that you do not face all those deficiencies and all those clinical symptoms that we spoke about in our previous slide. So what is this magnesium effervescent? So magnesium effervescent contains magnesium. It contains about 100 mg of magnesium. So you can take about 2 or 3 tablets on daily basis, so that you meet your recommended dietary allowances. So magnesium effervescent tablets is in effervescent form. It is India's first magnesium tablet in effervescent form. First, because initially we used to get magnesium tablets, but Sami Direct's magnesium effervescent is the first tablet that is in effervescent form. What is it? We'll talk about in our next in this slide. It basically is you need to dissolve it in water and wait for about 3 minutes for the dispersion time, and then you can drink it just like how you drink your normal glass of water or just like a juice, because it is very tasty. It looks very it's very eye candy to your eye candy as well. And even if somebody is coming home, you can also give them magnesium effervescent in juice form. Basically you are taking care of your guest. in a healthy way. You are taking care of what kind of food or drinks they should be consuming on daily basis. Like I told you, it has fast onset of action. Without necessary to swallow it, all you have to do it is put it in water, wait for it to mix along with the tablet, and the water has to mix along, and then you can have it as in a water form. It provides good stomach and intestinal tolerance, and improves palatability and great taste. So you can use it in the form of juice and serve it to your guest, or if you are going for outside picnic, or when you are traveling, you can always carry it in your bag. So every time you feel thirsty, and if you are craving for something sweet, you can always have this. So in a way, this also acts like a weight loss therapy. You do not have to have all those sugary drinks or whatever is available in the market. So what are the key benefits? It maintains normal muscle and nerve functions, heart rhythm is steadied, and immunity also increases, improves your calcium absorption, and also there is an electrolyte balance in your body. So electrolyte balance, again, every cell has good amount of minerals in them. So for the minerals to be balanced within the cell, again magnesium is very much required. It protects our DNA, it is required for DNA synthesis and RNA synthesis, regulates the blood sugar level and normal blood pressure level. So it also plays a role as a metabolic activity. It helps to increase the metabolic processes that takes place in our body, involved in energy metabolism and protein synthesis. So suggested usages, it says 1 to 2, but you can take about 2 to 3 tablets to get about. But usually why we say 1 to 2 is because you would be obviously eating other food, your breakfast, lunch, dinner. So if you are eating like good amount of magnesium from them, because it's a dietary supplement, it has to be, your diet also has to be taken care of, and then with that, if you take this, you will get your recommended dietary allowance. So let's say you would get about 50 to 70 mg of magnesium from your food sources. Rest can be taken care of by eating magnesium effervescent tablets, so that you meet your recommended dietary allowances. So along with your diet and dietary supplement, you are sorted. You don't have to be worried about having magnesium deficiency. This is again a process I'll be explaining you again. It's basically you need to dissolve it in a glass of water, and then wait for it to disperse for about 3 minutes, and then you can enjoy the drink. So this is our product, Magnesium Effervescent. I hope you understood, and I hope if you have any queries, you could send to us. Anything it is queries, whether it is feedback or you want to know more, you can always send it to sdlive@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed this session, you understood what we were trying to put across. So to understand more about different kinds of products, to understand its benefits, to understand how exactly it works, you can always subscribe to our channel, so that you get a notification. Every Tuesdays and every Fridays we conduct a session around 11 a.m. So you can you get a notification on Tuesdays and Fridays, so that you are well prepared to sit and listen to our session. And again, I am telling you that this session is registered under copyright. So if you are while sharing, forwarding, uploading it in your page, make sure that you are doing it in its original form. Any kind of violation will not be tolerated. Again, another gentle reminder that live streaming is on every Tuesdays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Thank you.